Hi, I'm Dana. Welcome to this week's video. You know, the first thing the nurse showed me when my babies were born was how to swaddle them. And I remember her telling me that most babies really like to be tightly swaddled. And you can be sure that all three of mine really loved the swaddle. There's something to be said about a baby being tightly wrapped up in a blanket that's reminiscent of how it feels to be in the womb. They don't really like to sort of have their hands flailing about. They like that sort of confinement of a nice soft blanket. So I always encourage people when you've got a newborn baby to go ahead and try the swaddle. Most babies like it, but not all. I've had some people tell me that their baby absolutely hated being confined like that. So give it a try. If they love it, great. If they don't, that's fine too. Now, where I find it's the most helpful is in naps in particular. Newborn babies have a startle reflex, and they just tend to throw their arms out spontaneously. And when they do that, it wakes them up. So a great place to try the swaddle is during nap time. And I do find that it encourages a baby to sleep a little bit longer and a little more solidly through their night. It can also be easier for them to fall asleep initially because they're not constantly startling themselves. So absolutely give it a try. Now, the caution though with a swaddle is that it can become a sleep prop. Right? If, again, you think about what a sleep prop actually is, it's anything you think you need in order for sleep to come. So if a baby is used to sleeping really tightly wrapped up, they are at some point going to kick free. Usually around the third month, a baby becomes much more in control of their movements, and they want to explore, and they want to chew on their fingers, and they want to play with their fingers, and they want to get their arms out, and so they usually wiggle their way out of it. But if they think they need to be wrapped tightly in order for sleep to happen, then they're most likely going to start to cry. And then you're in there 3 or 4 times a night just basically to swaddle baby up again. Then you know you have a prop dependency on your hands. And I can remember clients coming into my office one time with an 8-month-old baby, and they showed me their swaddle blanket. They'd sewn 4 receiving blankets together to make a big enough swaddle blanket for their 8-month-old baby. So then you know, okay, I think we have a problem on our hands here. We need to get rid of that swaddle. So if you've got a newborn baby and you've been using it, my recommendation is that you start to wean off of it about the 10th week. And you can do that really gently by just leaving one arm out for a few days and leave both arms out for a few days, and you're just going waist down, and then eventually you're out of the swaddle altogether. I recommend you moving into a sleep sack. It's an easier transition. They're not wrapped and their arms are still free, but they've still got that comfort of sort of a blanket-like material over them. It does provide warmth so they won't get too cold for their naps or through the night. So that's my favorite is the Bida Kidda sleep sack. It's got a little piece of blankie attached to it that a lot of babies love to incorporate into their strategies. So I'll put a little link here for Bida Kidda in the side notes, but definitely check that out. Now, if though you've got an older baby, and I would say the lines are kind of between the 3 and 4 month mark. If you're still swaddling your 3 to 4 month old, then you might have a prop dependency already. And you'll know if you do. You know, if you have to go in there multiple times a night to re-swaddle, then you've got a problem on your hands. And what you need to do then is just get rid of it. Just cold turkey, pull the swaddle. There really won't be an easy way to wean off of it because it's become a dependency. So just get rid of it. And know that it's going to take a few days for baby to get used to sleeping without being tightly wrapped, and there might be a little bit of protest on baby's part, and it'll feel like a bit of a transition for you. But the good news being your baby will learn to sleep well with their arms free, and there's nothing to kick out of, and they'll need no assistance in the night to get re-wrapped up, and they'll become a much better sleeper for the long term without it. All right, I hope that helps you. Thanks for watching today. Sleep well.